Alright, well today we're going to be looking at a little issue with the 650i. This is a 2008 and it's getting a little older. Car's in great shape though, take good care of it. You've seen some videos out on the channel for fixing some issues with the convertible top and some other things for this to keep it running. But today we got a little issue that is really annoying my wife. And what has happened is this little door right here is not closing back up when she takes the top back or puts the top up. It's not sliding. Well, what's happened is right down inside of here is a little arm that pulls back and forth on the mechanism. So we're going to see about fixing this little arm and do a quick fix on it, because if you have to replace this little thing right here because the arm is bad, you actually have to take all of this out. All of this off. You have to take the panel off and you have to take this little guy out. To do that, I'll put a link up there for the part number for that thing if I can find it, but you'll see it's about 150 bucks right now. And we don't want to go that route unless we have to. So let's get set up and see about doing a quick fix on this little door. Alright, so to get some access to that little door and what that little thing hooks to, we need to raise this up just a little bit. So all I'm going to do is just tip that up and then stop in the movement of the mechanism. So we just want to open the lid and then we're going to stop and take the key back out. That way we got some access, and you'll see it drops back, so you may have to put something in here to hold this little guy. Once you take the key out, it drops the pressure. So I got to get a board or something, and then I'll be able to keep that guy up. Alright, so with a little board, now that the hydraulics are loose, we can prop it up. And you got to be careful that that doesn't hit back there as it's tipping up. You'll hear it pop as it's hitting there, but that's okay. So let's get this guy propped up so he won't close down on us. So now we can get down in there and see what's going on with our little lever right there. Alright, so because this thing is so easy to pop out of there, you can see the plastic is worn out. And it's got two little bumps on the side, and they're just getting worn over the years. So what we want to do is try to see if we can expand that out so it'll grip it. Now, if you look, this is a regular zip tie that you can get for like $1 or something a pack. This is a monster zip tie. So something like this nice flexible zip tie material, you can pick these big ones up at like the big box hardware stores, and that's thick enough that it might be able to get in there tight enough that it'll keep that from popping out. So let's zoom down in there and see if this is thick enough to do it. Alright, so with our big monster zip tie, now right here, if I just use the end of it on the big monster zip tie, you can see it still pops out. So that's not thick enough, but way down here it's a lot thicker. So if I slide this guy in there, in that groove, and widen it up, like that right there, then it actually doesn't want to come out anymore. So that may be good enough that all I need is a little piece of this zip tie, and then I'll just super glue it right in there, and away we'll go. Alright, so equipped with our big zip tie and some super glue and a cutter, all I want to do is use the end of this zip tie right here, where the thicker part is right up in the middle. So all I need is that. This little part I need to cut off. Alright, so equipped with our tiny little piece of our zip tie, what I want to do is just put that into the groove like that, right there, and I'm going to leave it on both sides, and I'll just leave the whole piece because I don't think it'll hit anything looking down in there. So now that's in there, and it actually holds it quite well, so it's not coming off. So now all we got to do is just super glue that little sucker on there. And so we just get us a little super glue, put a little bit of this gel glue around there like that. So let's let that super glue dry for a minute, and then we're going to see if that little guy pulls out, and then we'll also see if it closes our little door. We just grab our board and then let the top go back down, bloop, like that, and then we just hop back in the car, and we want to close the cycle to make it relax. And so now we just want to close it back down. And there we go. So, let me just see what it does when it opens. So I'm going to start the car up. That way it doesn't run the battery down. And we're going to cycle our top and see if our little door works. There we go. Now we just open it back up and make sure our little tab's there. We should be in good shape once again. And there we go, back in good shape again. Our little door locks, and you can see the little tab come back up. It didn't hit anything, so there's plenty of clearance. Well, alrighty, another little issue avoided. Now the wifey will be happy that her little door closes back up. Well, alrighty, thanks for watching.